I have been selling this book, Zanazli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit. You're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shirley Bustawan.
As usual, every week we watch a local film. And this week we're watching a local film. And we review it.
On the day that it premieres, it is called Siku 12.
Siku 12. Siku 12.
Starring Zahiril Azim.
Siku 12.
We really like.
Okay, so we just watched Siku 12.
Literally, we just watched.
So very excited to see Zahiril Azim because big fan.
Yeah!
I'm a big fan of Zahiril Azim. I'll have to be honest that actually I first noticed him in 2 movies. Right? One was Bunuhan, where he also acted as a Muay Thai fighter. Right? Another was the one that he acted as a deaf and mute. Pekak. Yeah.
He was very good in Pekak.
Yeah.
Very good.
Anyway, we're a big fan of Zahiril Azim. We'll watch anything that he's in. I think he's a very talented actor.
Yeah.
He's shorter than me.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think he's cool. So he's in this movie, which is directed by somebody, don't know.
I googled it just now.
Oh, by the way, we watched it in Sarawak. We're in Kuching right now for a work trip.
Hence the, you know.
We're in Kuching. We're on tour, bringing our film, right? On tour. There was one episode we shot in Sabah, Sempurna, because we were bringing it on tour in Sabah. So now we're in same tour, different film, in Kuching.
Different part of the tour.
Yeah, a different part of the tour. If you just follow us on all of social media platforms, you'll know about this the campaign that we're going about.
So it's directed by Azhari Zain and produced by Hafiz Muhammad Nafia and Muhammad Pozi Mansoor.
Okay. Good for them. So it stars Zahiril Azim and who's the other guy?
Shafiq Kyle.
Who is Shafiq Kyle? Have you seen him before?
Yes, we've seen him in a few things. So Shafiq Kyle is an actor anyway.
I would assume he was an actor.
Yeah.
No, you like him, is it?
I just think he looks like my friend's husband.
Who's your friend's husband?
Ali.
No.
Yes, he looks like Ali.
Shafiq Kyle is kind of good looking.
So is Ali. Anyway. So yeah, it stars Zahiril Azim and Shafiq Kyle. And in this movie, they play bros in a kampung in Kedah. And their fathers are friends lah. So what's interesting about this film is the fact that Zahiril Azim and his family are Thai.
So this is one thing that I need to criticize about the film. They're not Thais.
Yes, yeah.
They're Siamese. Because the Siamese in Malaysia are not Thais. Thais are Thais. Right? So the Siamese here, they consider themselves orang Siam, bukan orang Thai. Orang Siam bukan orang Thai.
So anyway, the Siamese and Shafiq Kyle's father is Malay, but the mother is Siamese.
Patani, yeah. Patani could be Melayu.
Oh, maybe Melayu. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, it's an interracial bromance.
Yeah. So yeah.
And they basically like grow up together in this kampung. Their
They
fathers
train
are
in Muay
friends.
Thai.
So they train in Muay Thai together. So allegedly, Zahir's character Awud is better than this film is in
Awud Prakason.
it's in Malay and also
A little bit of Siamese.
Yeah, so that was quite interesting lah.
Yeah, and it's Malay Northern lah.
Yeah, Northern
Kedahan Malay lah.
Then
Pendang, it's shot in Pendang.
yeah. So anyway, they're bros, Awud and Atin
Atik Rahman.
Atik Rahman, who's Shafiq Al. So they're training for Muay Thai competition, but apparently Zahir Azim is better. But Atik is like constantly trying to.
Yeah.
He's working on it lah.
But they're best friends.
Bros,
They're the bestest of friends.
Yeah, they're the bros.
Yeah. They even like each other's sisters.
Okay, they like each other's sisters. And then Atik finds out that his father actually like knows a type of silat
from Patani.
It's called 12
Siku. Silat derhaka.
That was taught to him by Pak Bidin.
Pak Bidin, like Fat Bidin, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, our company's name, Fat Bidin, is named after my father, whose name is Zainal Abidin, but in the kampung they call him Bidin.
But he's not fat.
But he's not fat. I call him Fat Bidin because a long time ago I like to watch Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Na 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 na.
No, we can't say that anymore.
We can't say we like Fat Albert. No, we can't say we like Cosby anymore. But I still like the Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Yeah, I love watching Fat Albert and the Cosby. So I was hoping kind of like Cosby was my dad at that time. No, I was hoping Albert was my dad. So you got to make a difference. Okay? So that's why it's called Fat Bidin.
So that's why it's called Fat Bidin.
So in this movie,
So anyway, so Pak Bidin has taught.
Pak Bidin is like a silat master.
Yeah, who taught Atik Rahman lah, who taught Rahman, Syekh Rahman.
Atik's father.
The Siku 12 Langkah Derhaka. But something happens, and then some other things happen, so he doesn't want to teach it to this younger generation. But eventually, he decides he's going to teach it to Atik.
Yeah.
And then somehow or other,
So that's it lah. That's it lah.
I would like hears this, and then more shit happens. Basically senang cerita je tu lah.
Jealous lah.
Yeah, so
then they enter the competition.
okay,
and
so
got
yeah,
rivalry
what
and all that lah.
do we think about the film?
What do you think about the film?
Oh my god. You wanna go first or
Yeah.
should I? Okay.
It's look, all due respect to Zahidul Azim, and even Shafiq Kal, I guess, even though I don't know who he is. Where have we seen Shafiq Kal?
God lah, we've seen him in things.
We've seen him in things, huh?
Yeah, a few things.
Okay, but all due respect to Zahidul Azim, the film was horrible. It's probably the worst film I've ever seen.
With Zahir
This
Azim.
year. Yeah.
No.
There's been worse.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of worse films. There have been worse films lah.
Yeah lah.
But this is not a very good film. I have to say that it's not a very good film. It's a Tomoy Muay Thai Silat film, but the action scenes, the fight scenes are horrible. It's like there's no choreography to it. The camera work to shoot these fight scenes also is horrible. They employ so many like fast cuts and fast speeding up. It just didn't look nice at all lah. And this is such a waste because I mean we've seen Zahir Azim in so many other martial arts films, and he's quite good at the choreography. Remember in KL Underground, you know the fight scenes that he's been in, all that. Like wow, so you're underutilizing a really talented martial arts actor. And also I felt that storyline also okay lah. There's his family vendetta thing. You know.
Is it though? I mean.
No, they have all that. And they've got this bromance going on. It should actually be a good story, but no, it turned out not to be a very good story at all. And there was so many scenes where it just doesn't make sense. Like they want to make this rivalry between two best friends happen, right? And then you've got the Zahirul Azim who finds out Atik, right? Zahirul Azim is Awud. Finds out that Atik's father wants to teach him this Siku 12, and he feels slighted because the father wants to teach the son instead of him, and he's like, oh. And then like
straight away.
Yeah, I'm always talking about rational and reasonable motivation when it comes to story plots moving forward. But what's the big motivation to like that? That should not be a trigger point or tipping point for a person to suddenly want to kill people.
Their lifelong best friend.
Lifelong best friends, father also like a father
Family
to him,
friends,
you know.
whatever.
Yeah, and he wants to kill them because I found out that he didn't even ask.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was
Look,
quite dumb lah.
Yeah, I think it started off quite promising. When it first started off, there was only like one stupid part of it, which was that the antagonist lah, I guess you would say, which is like this guy in a wheelchair and his grandson.
Who are the gangsters of the kampung
who has
lah.
like a falcon for whatever reason.
To show that he's a gangster, you know.
Anyway, I was willing to forgive that because I really like the chemistry between Shafiqah and Zahira Azim's characters and even their families actually. That was really nice to watch. And yes, the interracial harmony thing was a little bit on the nose, but again, I was kind of willing to forgive it because again, I thought that it was progressing quite well with the bromance lah.
Right.
So I was there for the bromance. I really was. And then the weird 180 for Awud's character was so badly delivered that as the audience also, you don't even know what happened. You're just like wondering why suddenly like this? Why? Really? Why? And then after that, when he switches back, you also are wondering what happened because it's just so badly delivered. And then the film ended so abruptly. I really didn't expect that was how it was gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started falling apart lah. Basically after
the first 5 minutes.
The discovery of the Langkah 12, I felt like it was really the Siku 12. It was really just slowly unraveling more and more and more. It wasn't super tight to begin with, but it was forgivable because there was a strong sort of like core to it. But then it took that away and then it was just like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah, and I don't know. Look, it's commendable that the filmmakers wanted to make a CVE film, countering violent extremism kind of film, a very like multiracial, like you said lah, the multiracial element, multi-religion, pluralism element. So it's commendable there. But I wonder if they actually did their research to actually do it
into
properly.
these communities.
Number one, they're referring to Siamese Malaysians as Thai, which is something wrong already because the Siamese community, the Malaysians, they don't see themselves as Thai. They see themselves as Siamese, Malaysian, you know, orang Siam.
So the film that we're showing here in Kuching tomorrow is actually shot in the border of Kelantan, where there is a huge community of Siamese settlers. I won't call them migrants.
They're not settlers. They're not even settlers. They originated here.
They originated here.
They're from here. They're Bumiputra.
Okay, yeah, fine.
You know?
So the Siamese community lah, in the Siamese Kelantanese. Okay, is that fair to call them that? And you know, when you really go into these communities and you speak to them, you will know that they don't identify as Thai.
Yeah.
So that was but go on.
So I think there was not enough research done there. Although they want to try to show that they've done research in Silat and Muay Thai and all that. I don't know lah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm an expert at Muay Thai and Tomoy. I know a little bit, you know, because I like to watch all these martial arts tournaments and all that, and I follow it a little bit, right? The camaraderie is very strong, but when they had the competition scenes, right, in the ending, the last 25% of the film, it just had no sportsmanship at all in all the tournaments, and they're like beating up the referees. What the hell is that? Was it supposed to be like comic relief or what?
I don't know lah.
You know, so no, the camaraderie is quite strong. Although there is rivalry, I'm sure there is lah, kan. The brotherhood and camaraderie of the sport is much stronger than what we saw in this film.
Which they originally had with the two main characters.
Not just with the two main characters, but in the sport in general. In Kelantan, in Kedah, you know.
So I was reading on the way back to the hotel, and it turns out that Zahira Azim is trained in Silat.
Oh, no wonder lah.
So, but Shafiqah was not. But Shafiqah had prepared physically for the role, and he was very interested in venturing into doing an action film. So judging that based on the action scenes alone, I thought the two of them performed well, but I don't feel like they were directed well.
Yeah.
That's one. And then secondly, it feels like the only research that they did was to go into this Siku 12 thing.
Is this Siku 12 thing even real?
Yeah, so it's a form of silat that they went and like trained lah and learned. And the reason to why they wanted to make this film was also to show that there's more to silat than just
So Pak Bidin is real lah.
Yeah.
Pak Bidin is a real silat master.
There is a silat master out there lah. I don't know if his name is really Pak Bidin, but the point is that this form of silat does exist, and that's what they wanted to show in this film. And I thought that was commendable, and especially coming off after Makilau, I really felt like this film had a lot of promise, but perhaps it was just not in the hands of a very seasoned director, writer, and it just didn't come. It wasn't enough that they had two good actors in it, to pull it together. It takes obviously more elements than that to make a good film, and they didn't have the other elements lah. So while Zahiril and Shafiq really kind of pulled through, it wasn't enough to hold the film together lah.
But this just proves that film is a director's medium, not an actor's medium lah. And what you were saying about, oh shoot, what was it that you were saying?
The silat. Makilau.
No. Oh man, I forgot.
It was very promising.
No.
The
Oh my
directors had no
god.
control.
No. Oh my god, I totally forgot already. Okay. Never mind.
So attentive.
Yes. Oh no. No, I was going to say. Oh, holy crap! What was I going to say? It was very significant to me when it was coming into my head just now, and now it's totally out of my head. Please continue.
Yeah. So I wanna. If anything, I feel like I want to see this film made again. I feel like what we had just watched should have been like the first cut or something, but it really needs to be remade. I don't think it's got a bad story. I think the story could be modified to be better, but I would like to see this film made maybe by a director who's got a little bit more control, maybe has a little bit more vision. This felt very experimental. The shots were all over the place.
I don't think it was experimental.
No, experimental in the sense of let's shoot it like this and see what happens. But obviously tak jadi lah.
It's a disaster.
So it felt really like a trial and error sort of situation, and it was more error lah. So I want to see it made again because I really feel like the core of the story has potential. And it has the potential to be a really good film. It's just that it wasn't made properly.
I remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
I wanted to say that this comes off as a very, very badly done telemovie. A very badly done telemovie. That was what I was going to say.
Yeah. So today was the premiere of the film. It's actually showing in a lot of cinemas, which made me quite proud. And there are a lot of showings.
Yeah.
But yeah lah, it really could be a better film lah.
I was also a little bit annoyed with the northern accent lah.
Yeah, they really need an dialect coach lah.
Yeah, it didn't sound like they were forcing the accent out lah.
There were many things that they really needed to work on that weren't worked on.
Yeah.
So maybe they focused a little too much on the action element and a little less on story, character development, blah blah.
Yeah,
So
it becomes nitpicky lah when you start thinking about all this. Like I also want to comment on the audio. Audio was horrible.
yeah.
Audio was so horrible.
Yeah.
Not balanced, and then there's EDR done not properly. But you know me, I never want to comment on technical stuff. I don't like to say, oh, the color is so good. Screw the color. But sound was screw the sound. But then this one was too much lah, too horrible. Must say also.
Okay,
Yeah.
so would you tell them people to go watch it?
I wouldn't lah. I would say don't waste your time lah. Yeah, watch the trailer enough lah.
It's more or less the same.
I'm so sorry, Zairil Azim is in it, you know.
Version.
I don't like to give bad reviews to films that have Zairil Azim in them, or Bito Kushairi in them, or Amirul Afendi in them, or even Azan Rani and all that, right? I really don't want to give bad reviews to their films, but in the recent past, it's been in bad films.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who else was a very bad performer in this film? The bad guy in the wheelchair.
Huh.
He's such a bad actor. He's like a C, D, E, F grade one Hanafi Su, you know? Yeah. Hanafi Su is like up there. Then you got this guy who looks like him but acts totally.
Not.
Oh my god, like Kayu.
Doesn't act lah, so actually.
Yeah. And then you got the evil laugh that he did with the grandson.
Maniacal laugh.
Ha ha.
So much maniacal laughter.
Oh my god, and then he does his twitch with his face. Oh my god.
So, don't watch it lah.
Yeah,
Go and see Talbis Iblis instead.
Watch Talbis Iblis. Watch the trailer lah. Watch the trailer for this film and that's enough lah.
It'll come out when you watch Talbis Iblis.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's it lah.
sorry Zahiril. We hope to see you in a better film soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think. You know,
Like this video.
like this video.
Don't like this video.
Don't like this video. You know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
All our social media platforms. at
Follow us
Bidin.
on all our social media platforms at FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You've been watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. We're flying back to KL tomorrow after the screening of our film. Yeah, I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shirley Mustawan.